is up, you guys? Welcome back to another Rocket Game episode. In today's video, we will be doing a comic book review. Me and my sister went out to the comic book store, picked ourselves out some comics, and so we're going to review them. I'm actually really glad at what I got. What I have in my collection that I got is actually really cool. These are comics that I am interested in. So, it wasn't like I looked at something and was like, I just want it for my collection. No, these are comics that I'm going to read. So, without yapping my gum throughout the whole entire video, first off, before I do get into the comic books, as soon as I'm done, we'll get in the comic books. Bad news, we are losing internet Saturday. So, we're going to do gameplay all week. We're going to do gameplay this afternoon, all week. And then we're going to finish off with some VR gameplay like Friday, Saturday, whenever. So, yeah. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. Yes, I'm still saying subscribe, share with people, because the channel will come back. It's not like I'm going away forever and like, bye guys, that's it. No. The channel will come back eventually. We're just taking a break from it until I can get internet back. So, we will be back with the channel. We'll find a way to, give you guys content. If you're on Instagram, if y'all follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Discord, whatever, I will get Twitter before we lose internet, but if you follow me on those platforms, there will be still content. We'll do videos, we'll do live streams on those, we'll talk about comics, video games, whatever, and I'll still give you guys content, but I just can't upload and use internet to upload gameplays. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the comic book review. And then we're going to start off with this one. The first one is, actually, I accidentally took this one out of the thing before I showed you guys, but this one is a set of 3 Crow City of Angels 1 through 3 for $3. So $1 a piece. And this is a run. This isn't just, random comics. This is it. Okay, let me show you. See this? 1 of 3. So, we have all 3 of this one. So, we have the run of this one. And this is the front of it. And it is from the movie adaptation of The Crow City of Angels. It's just in comic book form. And it's really cool because on the back, it's got, like, merchandise and stuff that you can buy. So, I wish you guys could look at it through with me. But, it's got a lot of really cool merchandise, really cool looking pictures. You have stuff like this. I guess it's like information about the character, what have you. Vincent Perez. But, I'm looking through it. And, it's dead on to the movie. Almost exactly like the movie. And there is nudity, so I can't really show you much of the book, but there's nudity in it. I think there's cussing, violence, blood, all sorts of stuff. So unfortunately I can't show you guys, but it's worth checking out. If you're a big fan of The Crow or you've seen Crow City of Angels, definitely something worth checking out. It's, like I said, it's almost dead on to the movie So, there's that one. We got 2 of 3. This one feels a lot thicker. I don't know if this one is different or not. I don't know if it tells the pages. $2.95. Both of them were supposed to be $2.95, but I gave $1 for these. Well, $3 for the whole set, but that's basically $1 a piece, so. And this one has information on Mia Kirshner. I hope there's no inappropriate pictures on that page, but information on her, and then it just continues on. And like I said before, movie adaptation basically goes into depth with it and stuff. So, that's pretty cool. How they, at least try to make it sort of identical to the movie. And then this one, I really love this one. This one's actually my favorite cover, even if it isn't you know, a variant edition, this is actually my favorite cover. Look at that thing. The thing is beautiful. So, we got all 3 of these. So, just going to look through, see what we got. So, yeah. So, basically, movie adaptation. Dead on. Looks really good. Looks really interesting. It is definitely something that I am going to keep. You know, keep in my collection and read. They did have another Crow series, or like another pack of Crow comics, but I only got this one for now. I might go back and eventually get some more Crow comics. I think I have 2 already. I have Hark the Herald, and then I have Hack and Slash, and then I have these. So I have a few of the Crow comics, and most of them are really cool. Actually, I have another one too. I think I have like 3 already, and then I got these 3. So I have 6 Crow comics. So the next one we got up is a set of 4, and this one is Aliens Earth War. Okay, Aliens Earth War. 1 through 4, sorry, for $3. So once again, $1 a piece. You basically just got 1 for free. So really good deal on these. I told the guy the other day, short story. Whenever I was getting these, I didn't have enough for them. So I was like, do you put comics on hold? And he was like, yeah, we can do that. So I put them on hold, and I was like, I definitely want to get these because they're cheap for what you're giving people. Like, what you're paying people for these is a really, really cheap price. Because, I mean, originally, $250. It says in the corner. $250 for just 1 of them if you were to get it anywhere else. And who knows, somebody else might even be selling these and hiking the price up to like $50 or $60 for 1 of these. So you're basically paying $1 for each comic and then getting 1 for free for these. And I mean, he told me, he's like, well, not just that, but, you know, you might not even find them anywhere else. And if you do find them, they might be more expensive than what we're charging people. So a really, really good deal. And if you don't think that that's a good deal, then there is something, there's something wrong. Because that, like I said, you're basically paying for 3 of the comics and then getting the 4th one for free. And once again, I mean, it says it in the corner, 1 of 4. So we basically have the whole run of this one. So once again, a really, really good deal on my end. So I don't know if these other ones that I have. Yep, this one is a 1 of 3, and then this one is a, I don't think it's a 1 of 4, but definitely worth the prices. This one is in a, so we might have to take it out of more than 1 package. Yep. So we have that one. We have a bag of board for those. Okay, so it's in another container. So we'll have to take these out of this one. And since it is Mother's Day, I will, hold on. Because on the back of this one, I'll go ahead and show you guys if I can get this tape off of it. Since it's Mother's Day, Alien Queen. So, that's pretty cool. So, let me try to get these out without putting the tape on the books. There we go. I did it. Usually I can't do that. And I mean, these are in really good shape. So far of what I'm looking at, these are in really, really good shape. So, definitely worth the price. I mean, there's a few bumps, there's a few tears. But I mean, it's not like, you know, it's not like somebody got a whole page and just, you know. So, and this is an older looking comic. The page isn't, well, I'm trying to see if this is, okay, yep, that's graphic. I mean, most of it's going to be graphic. I mean, look, this is pretty much a vintage comic. So, older graphics and everything. So, once again, all the pages look really decent. All the pages look clean. I mean, yeah, they're a little bumpy, a little rough because of the older comics, the vintage comics. Their pages, I just now realized this, the vintage comics pages were a lot rougher, as you know, in modern day comics, you know, in better looking graphical comics, the pages are smoother. So here's this one. I think that one's the first one. There's that one. We've got, I have to check these because I took them out of order. We have this one. Trying to get my fingers out of the way. There's that one. Let me go through this one. Yeah, pretty much same thing. Older looking pages, older looking artwork, but still worth the price. We got number 3. And I'm going to go through these while we're opening them and talking about them because I want to see what they look like and, you know, all that good stuff. So there's 3, and then last but not least, we've got 4. And that is the alien, the Xenomorph Queen right there. So definitely worth the price. And that's another thing I'll be doing too. I'll be saying if it was worth the price or not. But I mean, they look like they taken care of and very good looking pages, so can't complain too much on those. Even though the graphics are sort of, like I said, vintagey. I like certain vintage comics, but there are certain vintage comics that I'm just, I don't know. Alright, so next up we got Alien 3. And this is a 1 of 3 set. Once again, $3. So let's go and open up this one. Let's see if I can use my knife on one of these. Well, that didn't work. I'm trying to open this. It's not going to open. Okay. We sort of got it. It's okay. Probably won't do that again, but is what it is. Alright, so let's check out these aliens. Aliens. By the way, I did watch all of the Predators and all of the Aliens, and I was actually really, I'm actually really into the Aliens now and in the Predator movies. The only Predator movie that I didn't really enjoy watching was the 3rd one. Can't remember what it was called. I think it was like Predators. Because you had Predator, I think Predator 1, you had Predator 2, and then you had Predators, like Predators, and then The Predator. So, I can't remember if that was how that went, but, alright, these look really interesting. So we got this one. And once again, I'm just going to go through. Oh, this has a xenomorph in it. So I wonder if this is... Oh. I thought I was looking at the Predator comics. I kind of just gave away the next ones. But I thought I was looking at the Predator ones. So I just went through and I was like, why is the xenomorph in this? Why is the characters from Alien 3 in this? Like, why does this give me weird vibes of Alien 3? And then I was like, oh. Because this is Alien 3. Really interesting. Okay. Okay, definitely worth it. Once again, kind of like with the Crow comic, definitely movie adaptation. Basically. Spot on. And for those who haven't watched Alien yet, sort of like a short spoiler, the very first pages are basically them in their, chambers in the ship. I can show you, it's not that graphic, but it's basically like identical to the movie. You know, them in the ship and then crashing onto the island or whatever. Or were they in a spaceship? They were in a... It's been a while since I watched them. I watched them a few weeks ago, so I have to go back and watch them again. They were good, though. Ooh, that looks really interesting. I don't know if I'll get in... Well, I don't know if I can cover it up. But here's a preview for a comic named Grendel. That's pretty cool. If you know anything about that, let me know. Because that definitely looks pretty cool. Kind of looks like Venom. I don't know. But, I mean, yeah, basically, spot on with the movie. Just vintage. And there's the dog. The dog's in it as well. Spot on. So, there's that one. I don't know if I showed you guys it. I think I did. Here's two. 2 of 3. That looked pretty interesting as well. And once again, I keep saying this, but I'm actually really glad that these are spot on to the movie. I mean, they're really, really spot on. So let's see if this one's spot on as well. Surely it is, because, I mean, if it's the first one's spot on, this one should be spot on. It looks like it. So, I mean, yeah, these definitely worth it. And, I mean, the xenomorphs in these comics look phenomenal. So, there's 1 of 2, or 2 of 2, and then there's 3 of 3. So, let's see here. So, yeah, this is... If you're thinking about getting any of the Alien comics, get them. These look very interesting. They look really good. And, I mean, if you can get one that's in really good condition, like this one, spot on condition. I mean, I don't see any rips. I don't see any tears. The pages are phenomenal. I mean, I love it. I really do. So, if you ever see an Alien, Predator, or a vintage comic like these, get them. Recommend it highly. And also, I've told you guys before that I am a huge fan of Venom Island. I went on a road trip yesterday, and there was a comic book store where I went, and they had all the Absolute Carnages, and I was like... Because for those who don't know me, like, I know they made a trade for them, like, with all of them put together, but I'm more of a floppy person. I like individual comics, because you get the ads sometimes, you get certain things that you don't get whenever you read a trade comic. And I don't know, I like collecting floppies, but they had all of the floppy versions of Absolute Carnage that leads up to Venom Island. So I got really upset because I already put these on hold, and then I went and I was like, are you serious? So it's okay, we'll eventually find all the Absolute Carnages, because I want to get Absolute Carnage because it leads up to Venom Island. So I want to be able to read those and then read Venom Island and be like, oh, that makes sense. So hopefully one of these days I can get them. Alright. And the struggle is real, taking off the tape. Oh, why? I kind of wish they would have just done what they did with the other comics. Oh, no. But I do have to say, even though I'm complaining about tape, I do have to say that the comic book store that I went to, very phenomenal people, very amazing, friendly, kind people. They'll put comics on hold. They'll, recommend comics to you. So, they're definitely worth checking out. It's I was about to say Escape Reality. It's Quick Stop Toys and Comics. You probably won't be able to find them unless you have Facebook. I had to download Facebook to find them, but Quick Stop Toys and Comics. And then also a huge shout out to another comic book store, Mountain Empire Comics. They are a really good company. Both of these companies are actually really good. They reply to your comments on time. If you text them a question, they usually text back. I think that's like today. I think that they were supposed to be closed today, it being Sunday and Mother's Day. And I asked the guy, I was like, can I just come by? Because this was yesterday. I was like, can I just come by tomorrow and pick them up? That's all I'm wanting. I'm just wanting to pick up the comics. And he said, yeah, that's fine. So I mean, he got there as fast as he could. He gave me my comics. You know, I paid, of course, paid for them. But I mean, they're really friendly people. So if you ever have, you know, a comic book company that you can trust or rely on, definitely keep them. You know, because sometimes it's pretty hard to find a decent comic book company. So this one looks like it is also a run. We've got 4 of them here. And of course, they are Predator. And I paid $3, I think. I have to break the tape. It was on the tape, and let's see here. Oh, crap. Well, tape's all screwed up and stuff. Let's see here. Surely it shouldn't take forever to get to the tape. Probably will, though. I think it was like $3. $3 for 4 of them. Yeah, we'll say $3 for 4 of them. So once again, paying for 3 of them and getting 1 for free. So, and these are individually bag and boarded. The only thing that I'm not liking about this so far is it's bent. That is literally the only thing so far that I am sort of like on. But I mean, it's bent. I mean, it's not like, you know, the pages are ripped or torn, hopefully. But I'm not seeing any rips, tears, or anything like that. So, I mean, they're just bent. All I got to do is just put some apply a little bit of pressure on them, flatten them out, and they should be good. But here's the first one. Really cool looking cover. Predator Cold War. I don't know if this is a movie adaptation. I don't know if this is what it is. Because I don't think any of the movies were called Cold War. You had, like I said, you had Predator 1, Predator 2, Predators, and then you had The Predator. So I don't think any of them was called Cold War, so I think this is sort of like a side story. But side story or not, once again, show you the cover of that one, and then I'm going to flip through it. So far, really good looking covers. I did not know that there was actually a comic book adaptation of The Mask. I don't know if this is appropriate to show, but there's actually a comic adaptation of The Mask with Jim Carrey. So that's pretty cool. Definitely have to keep an eye out for those. So this has a lot of Predators in it, not just one. It looks like a war. I don't know what kind of war. Vietnam War, World War I, World War II. It looks like some sort of war. We got the Predators. I'm going to say the comic. The Predators. So, really cool looking. I think these are Russians. I'm not trying to... Yeah, I think that's Russians. If I am looking at it correctly. I'll have to read them and find out. But there's number 1 of the run. And I mean, these covers, even though they're vintage, these covers are actually really cool. So I'm not going to complain too much about the whole bending situation, because once again, if I apply a little bit of pressure or something, I should be able to get those flat. If not, I'm not too worried about a little bit of, you know, bendiness. So here, I'm not going to go through them, because, I mean, if one of them's in good condition, the rest of them should be in good condition. So here's number 2. Once again, I'm pretty sure this is like Russians or something. Because in that last one, they had like the red star or whatever. So there's 2. Whoa! This one does have a bag and board. Uh-oh. No bag and board for this one, but here's the third one. Not bag and board. I meant board. Ooh. Alien vs. Predator. That's cool. So yeah, we'll have to get a board for that one. We'll keep it in the bag though, but just gotta get a board. And then we got number 4, which is this one. The Cold War, wasn't that Russia? Because I'm looking at it now, I'm like, wait, Cold War, that was an actual war. The Cold War. I can't remember. I'll look into it, but there's those. Once again, I'll have to get a board for one of them. But the other ones, good condition. I loved them. I love the condition that they were in. They were actually in really decent condition. So I can't complain about that. And, once again, like I said, the price that I paid for these, that is way too big for that one. Great. I don't even know if that'll work then. Hold on, you guys. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out if I need to... Nope. That one's big too. Well, I guess that one won't get a board. I don't like that, though. I might go to my other comic book shop because he sells individual bags and individual boards. So I might see if he has a board that fits this one. Because if he has a board that fits this one, I'll get one for it. But I don't want my comic book store. I don't want my comic book store people to get jealous over each other. Oh, he's shopping over there. You're not shopping over here. What's going on? I'll shop at both. Trust me. Because like I said, the place that I got these sells more of like vintage comics, older comics. They sell some newer comics, but they sell more of like older comics. And then the other one that I go to sells newer comics. So I think if I'm ever wanting like a newer comic or a newer run or whatever, I'll go over there. But if I'm looking for more of like a vintage sort of comic, or I'm looking for something that I can't find over there, then I'll come to this comic book store that I found these at. So thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. We're going to try to do some gameplay this afternoon on Bending the Ink Machine or whatever we can get ourselves into. And try to finish up before the end of the week. Because like I said, once again, we are losing internet Saturday. So we will not be able to do gameplays after Saturday. So we're going to try to do some VR gameplay this week. We're going to try to do a whole bunch of stuff this week. So stay tuned. If you haven't already, subscribe because the channel will come back eventually. I don't know when, I don't know where, how, or whatever. But the channel will come back eventually. So subscribe. Turn on the bell notification. That way whenever I do come back, you guys get notified. If you haven't already and you do want to continue seeing my content, we will be posting on Instagram, Facebook, and if we get a Twitter. So we're going to be posting on all sorts of social media. We're going to continue, comic book reviews, stuff like that. So that'll stay. But we just won't have gameplay. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you did watch or you're going to watch. And I will see you guys in the next video. And as always, rock on.